Sometimes setbacks do occur, and it's good to know there's someone close at hand to put you back in your game. That person is Dr. Robert Hagan, a specialist in sports medicine, a professional you can count on. Lafayette Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic, across from Home Hospital, Lafayette.
Friday Night Frenzy, sponsored by Lafayette Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic, Kendrick Buick Cadillac Nissan, and by Smith Office Plus.
Calm down and welcome to the Frenzy and our coverage of high school basketball on this first Friday in February.
We have highlights from 8 games, including North Montgomery and Benton Central.
And we tip off the Frenzy at West Lafayette High School, where Dave Wood's Red Devils hosted Covington.
And the Red Devils have turned things around since the loss to Western Boone on January 8th. West Lafayette has ripped off 4 wins in a row. Did RDP earn its 10th of the season tonight against the 7-7 Trojans? And yes, it's homecoming at West Lafayette, and the winner is Mindy Thacker.
Oh.
Yeah, to the game. James Thayer. Applause all over the place for Mindy here. James Thayer with the 3. Red Devils up 44-35 in the third. But Covington answers with a 12-3 run. Kevin Kaiser and 1. Team by 23, 47s after 3. Fourth quarter tied at 49. Itugo. Nowaka, the 3. RDP by 3. Down 6, Thad Dunham, the triple. He had 14, they're down 3, but it's not enough. Andrew Ford with the tip. West Lafayette is Ford country, 66-60.
But obviously those plays were huge that he made, getting to the hoop and getting to the foul line and getting the ball in the basket on second chances 2 or 3 times in the last 4 or 5 minutes, I think. And when you get the second shot, it usually comes from about 3 feet away.
Coach Wood's been talking to me a lot to get in the post and use my inside game a little more. And so I just had a couple shots that fell short and it came right back to me, and I was fortunate enough to get the tip back in.
So all 3 of Ford's big plays come in the fourth quarter as West Side improves to 10-3. Another area team with double figures in victories, and Covington slipping to 7-8.
Talking to Dave Wood about Andrew Ford the other day, he's really not being heavily recruited at all. He's a little surprised. One, of course, his dad played at Purdue with the Jeans. He's obviously not as big as his dad, but he's so smooth, and he maybe kind of is in the background a little bit. He's not as flashy as some, maybe because of his smoothness. You don't think he's going full speed out there, but I think some people might be missing the boat with this guy.
Yeah, do you think that he's not doing a whole lot? Then you look on the stat sheet, and he's got 23 points, got a great outside shot, and then when he uses that inside game like he did tonight, that's double trouble for teams.
Doesn't seem to make mistakes. He could probably play the point or the 2 guard. If not for a big school, at least, a Butler, a Valparaiso, maybe somebody like that.
Exactly.
So, anyway, Mindy, we get back to Mindy. Strong challenges for Mindy tonight, do you think, or was she a solid favorite?
I think she was a solid favorite. The place went nuts when they put the crown on her head.
Okay. We talk about the Red Devils, though, and they really have, I don't know how quietly your fans would say that, but they've kind of quietly just gone about their business and had a really strong season.
Definitely right up there with, so much talk about Harrison, Attica. The other teams win double figures with victories. This bunch, 5 in a row, just kind of going along. And Andrew said tonight, it's our juniors and seniors. It's our upperclassmen. We just go out and play, and we're putting things together.
Okay, we'll show you some of the other scores from around the area. Gary Westside in girls basketball play tonight, knocking off McCutcheon, Corey Tull, Becky Miller, 11 each for the Mavericks. Newcastle knocking off Jeff. And how many games has Jeff lost by, say, 3 or less?
You gotta go away,
I'm Barbara Hobbs with tonight's winning Hoosier Lottery.
Friday Night Frenzy, sponsored by Lafayette Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic, Kendrick Buick Cadillac Nissan, and by Smith Office Plus.
Welcome to the Friday Night Frenzy and our coverage of area high school basketball.
We have highlights from 10 large games, including McCutcheon, Benton Central, plus Delphi Twin Lakes.
There we are. We begin our coverage with 2 local teams that actually want to play each other, West Lafayette and Harrison.
That's right. It's Westside's 3rd straight week in our game of the night, and the Red Devils will tell you This is the toughest opponent they've faced this season. Harrison, 14-1, and coming off an OAC championship. Out to West Lafayette, let's show you some highlights from this ball game. First quarter, Andrew Ford beats the buzzer with the 3, RDP by 4 after 1. Second quarter, Harrison takes advantage of its size. David Beek cleans up the mess. Raiders down 27-26 at halftime. Third quarter, West Lafayette opens it up. Eric Ness hits back-to-back threes, all part of a 17-7 quarter. Devils by 11. Yes, 11 after 3. Fourth quarter, Beek pulls the Raiders to within 9. He had 18. But that is as close as they could get. Ford on the baseline and 1. He had 30 points. West Side upsets Harrison 59-43.
We beat a quality team, and we have no chance to beat that team unless we play real close to as well as we can play, and I think certainly that was the case tonight.
For us 9 seniors, you know, we've never beat Beacon and Gaspard and some of these guys before, coming up even starting in middle school. So to beat them tonight was just a great win for us.
I knew that if I came out and hit some shots, then that would open up Andrew a little bit, and they couldn't just focus on him. And I hit him, and I was pumped, so I was celebrating, and our crowd was just great tonight.
I was disappointed in our ability to execute. We just didn't have any, and you know, you get in environments like this, you better be able to do that, and our kids didn't show that they could do that tonight.
So Harrison falls to 14-2, and Westside rolls on their 7th in a row. They're now 12-3.
Harrison couldn't get the outside shots to fall.
No, West Lafayette did a great job of doubling and tripling David Beek. Then he kicks it out. Harrison just makes 2 out of 14 from the three-point line, while Westside goes 7 of 13, so a big edge in a close game.
Boy, that margin's surprising, though, huh?
Oh, a shocker tonight, and just a huge, great atmosphere for basketball.
Well, Jeff, the host Broncos continued North Central Conference action against Richmond. Let's take you out, and boy, we get the up-close view there. First period, 2-0. Richmond sophomore Andy Gagel scores on a layup to even the contest. Still in the first, the Devils' Vontez Ferguson takes the bounce and pops for 2, making it 6-4 Richmond. Second period, 26-24. Devils, some fingertip passing finds Ferguson. He adds 2 more for the Devils. They're up 50-44 in the fourth. Dustin Deno hits the 3, pulling Jeff within 3, but the Devils too tough tonight. Richmond's Donald Crawley slams at the buzzer to beat Jeff 60-52. So the Broncos close out North Central Conference play with a loss, and a tough loss for Central Catholic at Tri-Central. They lose in double overtime. Russell Trudeau 20 for the Knights, and Tyler Best added 19.
They lost in overtime last Saturday.
Yes,
well, when we come back, Gage Butterbro joins us with some thrilling highlights from McCutcheon's journey to Benton Central. Stay with us on the Check in on one of several big matchups in the area.
Well, that would be McCutcheon's trip to always tough Benton Central. Gage Butterbro joins us live from the sports desk with the action video. Gage.
And plenty of action tonight, that's for sure. McCutcheon was back in action, trying to put behind them last week's close but not enough performance in the OAC tourney. The Mavs finished runner-up. Tonight, they did the non-conference thing at Benton Central, a big game between 2 11-5 teams. Take you out there and pick up action in the third quarter. BC's Jay Dawson dribbles down, fakes, and the bucket is up and good, and the foul. Bison led it by 9 at the end of 3. Fourth quarter, Brad Greaves in traffic finds Blake Schoen underneath. BC led it 44-40, but the Mavs heat up from outside. Check out where Clayton Richard is standing. He'll knock down this 3 to pull within 2. 13 seconds left. Doug McCarty's 3 connects here. That cuts the lead to 1, and then with 6 seconds left, the inbounds. McCarty again for the tie. That and time will expire. Then we go to overtime, and an OT. Schoen will hit the 3 from the corner. Benton Central, a 64-61 winner tonight. Caston and Tri-County, the Cavs. Nathan Tallman, the lob inside to Corey Arvin, the bucket, and the foul is good. That'll knot the game. Comets work inside. Kevin Kistler turns and scores for the Caston lead. Then the Comets go outside. John Craig, the big 3. Caston a winner tonight, 52-46. A great game, but let's get back to that BC McCutcheon game. A great one, one of the best ones that I've seen by far this season. And BC, well, actually, McCutcheon, their outside shooting really kept them in this one, particularly from beyond the three-point line, and they just up until the overtime period.
Okay, we move on to Carroll County, where the Cougars battled the Clinton Prairie Gophers. Pick up the action
Playing host to CP on homecoming. Ryan Nance gets Prairie on the board first with the long triple, and it's 3-0, way beyond the arc there. Shane Webb with the drive right past his defenders, gets the layup. Webb again driving, but stopping and popping the short jumper. Ryan Nance with the fake and the shot, and he gets the shooter's bounce. Kurt Wagner will fire the long-range ball for Trey, but Ramsey Smith says, I can do that, knocking down a triple of his own. Prairie wins it 53-39. Rossville's dancers entertaining the crowd. The Hornets up on Frontier 42-25 at the half. George Ritchie on the break takes it to the hole for the easy deuce. The Hornets right back, though. Brent Fry with a nice jumper. Ritchie again on the break, goes in uncontested for the layup, 44-29 Rossville. Nice pass from Brock Graves to Mickey McGill, goes up strong for 2 of his 30 points. He's the new school all-time points record holder with 1,738. The third quarter was spent here at the free throw line due to 22 foul calls. Ryan Skinner knocks down a pair. Rossville wins at 91-64.
North Judson at North White. Hopefully the referees stayed out of this one. Adam Miller with the drive here.
Played in Twilight.
I believe it was. And they're down 3-2. Sean Murphy, watch this pass. Whoop! Nice pass to Ben Westfall. And the Vikings are up 7-3. Jay's Bob Howard finally gets a hold of the ball here as we play a little volleyball. Gets it down to Shane Billen. Knocks it in there and the foul. And then the Jays, Kent Altman knocks it down, but all North White here 62-42. Delphi at Twin Lakes. The Oracles turning up the defense here in the third. And yes, they are. Eric Coggill picks up the loose ball and takes it to the hoop. Oracles down 50-45. Back comes Twin Lakes. Brandon Posey knocks down the baseline. Jay, they're up by 7, but Delphi comes right back. Jordan Bass, the long 3. They're within 4. And then Derek Butler from behind the line. Yes, they're within 3. Coggill, a chance to tie it up. A chance? No. Twin Lakes the winner, 58-55.
Crawfordsville at Southmont, second quarter action. Seaville's Jeff Strickland misses the 3, but Kyle Ward rebounds ahead to Levi McCandless off on the break by himself, lays it in 17-14 Mounties. Crawfordsville's Jeff Strickland to Scott Hodges. He will score. It's a 17-16 game. Southmont's McCandless to Kyle Ward. He'll hit the 3 here. Southmont would win it 43-41, and everybody is happy. Frankfort at North Montgomery will pick up action in the third quarter. Frankfort's Carter Harris to Brandon Crone for 2 and the foul. Frankfort up 34-29 at this point. Jason Morrison goes for 2, but Frankfort's Crone swats it away. Josh Bell recovers ahead to Dustin Ruiz. He will score. Frankfort up 56-40. And North Montgomery's Josh Brodow misses the layup. Brandon Lee will rebound and scores, draws the foul. Frankfort wins it 73-51. The Frankfort girls get 17 from Lindsay Holden and beat North Montgomery. South Newton beat Winnebago on Josh Turnpaw's 3-pointer at the buzzer. And Western knocks off Hamilton Heights. With the Battle of Purdue recruits tonight, as Austin Parkinson's 19 led Northwestern past Peru 77-73. Brandon Jones had 33 in a losing cause. Also, Josh Smith with 33 points as Attica topped Rockville 79-60. And Covington beat Seeger 82-54. That's it in sports. Paul and Sue, back to you.
Supports did well, to the point that some call the vote a referendum on his leadership. Many analysts are already saying Putin is likely to be Russia's next president. Bill Gasparini, CBS News, Moscow.
U.S. control over the Panama Canal has a few
minutes to collar the Clinton Central Bulldogs. Out to CC, and yes, it is the battle of the CC's. First quarter action, Russell Trudeau turns up the defense, and watch this, the whoop, spin here in the hoop. That's nice. And then Trudeau comes back with the shot here down low. It also goes in. He had 24 for the Knights. Kyle Spray with the 3 here. He had 15, and the Knights win it 58-43. West Lafayette hosting Rensselaer. Brian Rodeball in the 4th with the hoop for the Bombers. They're up 63-62. But here comes Andrew Ford. Devils back up 64-63. But Westside cannot get back on D. Justin Holbrook makes them pay with the triple. Rensselaer 66-64 winners. Twin Lakes at Harrison. David Beek for Jeff Van Arsdale's squad in the 3rd with the hoop. down deep, and then Beek again in his favorite spot. He had 17. Raiders up by 13. Off the miss, Rob Mackey for 2 here for the Indians. He had 22. Kirk Newman, the friendly bounce. Raiders win 77-55. Harrison now 15-2. McCutcheon over Carroll. Drew Vandercleed with 16 for the Mavs. Attica by 20 over Crawfordsville. Josh Smith with 31 for the Ramblers. Southmont wins its 4th in a row. North White stops North Miami. Shane Bilyeu with 38 for the 11-6 Vikings. Covington knocks off Speedway. Of course, Speedway's nickname is the Spark Plugs. Switzer and Sowers combined for 36. Cass over Caston 63-54. And Fountain Central 56-45 over North Putnam. Girls action, Tri-County defeats Washington Township, and Zionsville a winner over Frankfort. And West Lafayette placed 7th in the girls swimming and diving state finals in Indianapolis. Jessica Landrum paced the Red Devils with a 3rd in the 100 breaststroke and a 6th in the 200 IM. Tammy Costner added a 3rd in the 100 backstroke. Carmel won the state title for the 14th year in a row. Jeff finished 27th. And McCutcheon placed 4th, Harrison 6th in the Olympic Athletic Conference Gymnastics Tournament. Jennifer Smith finished 1st on the bars for the Mavericks. Connersville captures the overall crown. Quickly, NASCAR, Dale Jarrett. Off Western 89-61. Other scores. It was Crawfordsville knocking off North Putnam, Caston, and South Newton pick up W's. Girls action, Richmond knocks off Jeff 69-65. Julie Shirley with 31 for the Broncos. 19-7 after 1. Rossville facing an uphill climb. Here's McGill, 2 of his 19 on the baseline. They're down 7 at halftime. 3rd quarter, Brock Graves works in traffic for 2 of his 12. Rossville down by 4, but Westside comes right back. Eric Ness, the long 3, and the Devils stay in front. 4th quarter, Troy Robertson, the hoop and 1. Hornets within 1 on 2 occasions in the 4th, but Ness answers again. The dagger 3. West Lafayette wins by 7.
He was feeling good about his shot and moving pretty well, and I thought our guys did a good job of finding him. We talked about the fact that they were struggling guarding Eric.
3rd and 4th quarter that I did want the ball. I was feeling good, and the guys set some great picks for me. They always do, and they were chasing me, and I thought if I could come off some screens and pull up and hit some jumpers, then I could do that, and I did.
Andrew Ford tallies 13 for Westside as they improve to 14-4. Rossville falls to 13-6.
Well, Westside can be so impressive, though, at times.
Well, they came out and just really made it a point to come out and be strong tonight, get up by 12 after the 1st quarter. And 4th quarter, Rossville's within 1 on 2 occasions. Really turned up the defense in the 4th quarter. Rossville only had like 5 points over the final 5 minutes. So Coach Wood said they did a great job of finding their shooters because they have some great shooters, plus did a good job rebounding as well.
Well, you know, the thing about Rossville, though, they lost the Chittick kid, and they're still hanging in, still an awfully tough team to beat.
Oh, yeah, tough, especially with Graves and Mickey McGill. You got those 2 guys going, and you're doing well. They just simply didn't get off the bus and come to play right away. It took them some time, and you know how it takes when you have to climb that hill, then you finally get there. You got to take it up another notch, and they weren't able to do that tonight.
Well, we move on to McCutcheon, where the host Mavericks battle the Kankakee Valley Cougars tonight. And McCutcheon's Mavericks down 5-0 in the early going. Drew Vandercleed grabs the pass underneath to put the Mavs finally on the board. Senior guard Casey Hayes shoots from the side, hits for 3. It was 8-2 Cougars at one point. Avery Sheets with 15, swishes the 3 to up the ante. In the second, 17-13 KV. Freshman Clayton Richards shows with a 3-pointer, makes it a 1-point game. Last minute of the half, Richard had 20 in the game. He nails it. The Mavs win it 59-55. Carmel at Jeff this evening. Jeff had a big first half, up 17 in the 3rd. Senior Andy Hammond hit a 3, and if we're still rolling on that, can we go back to it? I guess we're not. Okay, we're working on it. We're working on it. Somehow we got cut off there. Picks up the shot, drops. J.T. Gripe scores, then Andy Gagel grabs the lead pass, and bam. 42-26 Jeff, but Ultra Tech for swinging on the hoop. 44-27 in the 4th. Tyler Risch, 13 points, gets the layup. Gagel had 16 for Jeff as the Broncos win it 62-55. Now we can show you the scoreboard. Harrison gets 21 from David Beek up at Crown Point. And Beek becomes Harrison's all-time leading scorer.
When we come back, Gage, Butterbroden covers an area team that doesn't mind playing Central Catholic. You're locked into the power of the Frenzy.
There's a better place for business, the network place. Sharp can take you there. People are connected, knowledge is shared, and Sharp's advanced digital document systems, the Imager series, lead the flow of ideas through the network, creating impressive documents and raising productivity to its peak.
Smith Office Plus and Sharp can take you there.
A competitive spirit.
The challenge to succeed.
The thrill of meeting your goal.
But sometimes setbacks do occur, and it's good to know there's someone close at hand to put you back in your game. That person is Dr. Robert Hagan, a specialist in sports medicine, a professional you can count on. Lafayette Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic, across from Home Hospital, Lafayette.
It's time for Kendrick's 2000 tax sale. Over 200 cars must be sold at the lowest price of the year. You can save up to $3,000.
It's tax sale time at Kendrick. Time for you to really save.
Get cash discounts on every new Buick or Cadillac or financing as low as 0.9%. Ride off with incredible savings on every Nissan car and truck.
Come in today, and we'll treat you like one of the family.
Don't miss the 2000 tax sale at Kendrick, State Road 26 East in Lafayette.
Frenzy is back. You are just in time for a large matchup in Benton County.
That's right. It's Pat Skaggs 14-5 Bison knocking heads with the Central Catholic Knights. Our big game hunter, our own Gage Butterbrook, joins us live from the sports desk with the edited audio and video. Gage.
Well, Benton Central is coming off a nail-biter last Saturday, a one-point win at South Vermilion. Tonight, they're back home duking it out with the always tough Central Catholic boys at 13-5. And little Ricky Martin entertaining the folks at halftime tonight. This kid, he was pretty good. BC in the first. This is one of the sweetest plays you'll see. Nathan Shoup the pass. Brad Greaves the recipient. Bison had a 2-point lead. Second quarter, more guys that can handle the rock. Rich Gilman to his bro Ryan, who finishes. CC opened up a 10-point advantage. They led by 8 at the half. Second half, the Bison run. Jay Dawson, the no-look to Greaves. Greaves had 26, and BC was within 3, but CC's Christoph Kendrick heated up late in the third. The 3 here extends the lead back to 8, and then Dawson catches Tyler Best napping, but the Knights triumph 59-51 tonight in a great ball game. Bottom line tonight, the bench really came through for CC tonight. Chad Arnold chipped in with 11 points. Christoph Kendrick also finished with 13 to lead all Knights in scores, including 3 huge threes down the stretch in the second half.
Okay, thanks, Gage. On to Clinton County for a doubleheader. Our first stop is Clinton Central High School, where the Bulldogs look to chop down on the Frontier Falcons. Could they do it? I'm sure Coach Ryan Long trying to figure out what to do about the fine shooting of Brandon Pullen, who knocks down a triple here. And again, Pullen gets it deep in the corner, and boom! And once more for 3 in a row from behind the arc. Double boom, 53-30 Clinton Central. Frontier's Brock Nichols gets the handle, puts it in for 2, but Frontier can't get back as Travis Wyrick beats everybody down, gets the finger roll, and Clinton Central wins at 87-60. Tri-West at Frankfort. Carter Harris out with a broken hand, but munching on the Girl Scout cookies. The sale was this week. Why did Tri-West? Joey Northern with a nice jumper for the deuce. Frankfort's Nate Collins muscles his way to the hoop, puts it up for the easy bucket. Greg Carter exploding past the defense. 2 of his 27. He's done a nice job of picking up the slack. Lost by Carter Harris. Down low, Nate Collins, no charge, but scores up the inbound. Craig Carter again. Frankfort wins at 75-57.
South Newton at Attica. The Rambler fans fired up because they've also got their cookie. Pick up the action for you here. Theron Schmidt with a nice shot inside for Attica. But back comes South Newton. Jason Bertram goes hard to the hoop, and they're down by 7. Then down by 5 here on Brian Law's shot. So South Newton hanging around, but Attica pulls away. Dave Gaylor with the shot in the paint. And then Keith Wolf with the friendly roll on the baseline. Attica a winner, 61-47.
Fountain Central for the Mustangs in Northview, third quarter. No cookies here. Northview's Matt Kennedy to Brooks Lear for 3, 37-29 Northview. Fourth quarter, FC's Travis Brown to Matt Boone for 2. 48-37 at this point. Fountain Central's Travis Brown to Kevin Minnick. He'll score. Northview's lead is 12. Northview's Austin Hefner. Derek Lawrence to finish it off as Northview would win this one 64-50. And finally to Covington for Covington and Crawfordsville first period. Seaville's Phil List to Ryan Milburn. Covington's Kevin Kaiser steals ahead to Drew Switzer for the layup. And it's a 10-3 Covington lead. Crawfordsville's Jeff Strickland to Matt Eiler. Ryan Sowers steps in and scores, and it's 24-9 Covington. The second, Covington's Switzer misses. Crawfordsville's Adrian Norris rebounds to Jeff Strickland to Justin Citrus for 2. 33-17. Covington's Rick Reese driving for 2, and Covington would win this one 86-71, 32 for Switzer. Jason Morrison 20 as North Montgomery over Greencastle. Cass beat West Central, and Rochester over Logansport. Also, Eli Ratke with 28 as Seeger beat North Vermilion 64-44. Clinton Prairie beat Wapahani 54-33. Ramsey Smith with 18. Pioneer got 19 from Joe DeBoard and beat Tri-County 54-48. And Twin Lakes got 26 from Kyle Broxma in a 78-52 win over Winnemac. Also, North White beat Caston 49-44. The Vikings clinched their first ever conference crown. Congratulations. And Western top Tipton 50-47. That's it in sports. Now back to Paul and the prankster.
All right, thank you very much, Rex. A little cookies, boom booms, a little bit of everything tonight.
You got it.
Sounds like we have a little bit of everything this weekend.
Yes, we do. In fact, we're going to start off with one more spring day, but beware, we've got showers and thunderstorms back in the forecast for our Saturday. A very spring-like day, starting off near 60, on our way to a high of 70 once again, but it's all that humidity and warmth that's going to work against us. That'll flare up some showers and storms, especially by later in the afternoon, and then get ready for some winter as we head into the second part of the weekend, but we should dry out, especially through later Sunday, and highs only in the 40s, mid to upper 40s, but still that's above normal, something we can handle here.
Not a cold winter time at all.
Yeah, and back to spring next week.
Can't complain.
Okay,
Thank you very much, Mike. Well, and finally tonight, if you're in the market for turnips, look no further than James Hardy's farm in Elrod, Alabama. By the looks of them, they don't appear to know really when to stop growing. Hardy says he's never seen turnips this big before. His secret? Well, of course, what did you expect, Mike? Lots of manure from his cow barn.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'm ready to get out there and go do some gardening out there.
Would be a good weekend for gardening. The ground's probably going to be a little soft from the rain this weekend.
Yes, just get inside when you see a little bit of lightning, which we could have a few thunderstorms out there this weekend. But it's time to start thinking about the garden, and this weekend's not a bad time to start.
And we'll definitely be all over it if there are some severe thunderstorms.
You've got that right. It doesn't look that way right now, at least.
Okay, thank you very much, Mike. The Late Show with David Letterman is next. Have a great weekend.
Good night.
How to get fit underwater, Monday on Lafayette Live.
The real story.
From New York, we've bypassed New Jersey. It's the Late Show with David Letterman.
I'm Sherry Cork Postman. Tonight's winning lottery numbers are Daily 3, 173, Daily 4.
A competitive spirit.
The challenge to succeed.
The thrill of meeting your goal.
But sometimes setbacks do occur, and it's good to know there's someone close at hand to put you back in your game. That person is Dr. Robert Hagan, a specialist in sports medicine. A professional you can count on. Lafayette Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic, across from Home Hospital, Lafayette.
You gotta go away, where you go, do you what you
There's a better place for business.
Inside Edition, you expect some crime at college. But what happens when kids simply disappear?
No one knew where Brian was. No one.
Students suddenly missing.
No one cared about my son.
How safe are kids on campus? Plus, what America's oldest cheerleader had to do to make the squad.
A squad that's making history.
Taunted and teased, but determined.
We will rock you!
Watch the next Inside Edition.
Monday at 5:30 on TV 18. Friday Night Frenzy, sponsored by Lafayette Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic, Kendrick Buick Cadillac Nissan, and by Smith Office Plus.
Welcome to the Friday Night Frenzy in the opening weekend of March Madness.
We have highlights from 8 high school games, including the return of the Jeff-West Lafayette rivalry, plus Frankfurt's visit to Harrison.
Easy for you to say, but first we begin our coverage with the Big Ten women's basketball tournament. Christy Curry's Boilermakers faced Wisconsin at Conseco Fieldhouse in the last quarterfinal of the day. In fact, that game just concluded a little bit ago. Purdue up 3 at the half, but that would evaporate. Tomorrow Moore gets the layup. The Badgers go in front 42-41. Purdue inside. Camille Cooper puts Purdue back in front 44-42. The Boilermakers will inbound to Michelle Duhart, and the lead grows to 4. Katie Douglas will miss from the wing, but Cooper's there again to follow it in. She's everywhere, and Purdue is up 9. But the Badgers aren't done. Sims to Paulus, and Wisconsin pulls within 4. 60-59. In fact, just over 3 minutes to go. Shanika Park's big drive here makes it a 5-point game. Then it's into Cooper again. She'll score. She had 20 as Purdue holds on to win it 74-65. Douglas led the way with 23 points. Cooper a big night with 20. And Shanika Parks had 11 to lead 3 Boilermakers in double figures. Purdue hit 26 of 65 shots, 40%, 20 of 30 at the free throw line to advance on. Earlier in the day, it was Illinois defeating Michigan State. Helen Darling with 17 is Penn State, the top seed. Of course, 5th-ranked Penn State knocks off Ohio State. Michigan beat Northwestern. In fact, no problem there. And that's Purdue's next opponent, the Wolverines, tomorrow.
Now back to high school. The Jeff Broncos had their senior send-off at home a week ago with a victory over Carmel. Tonight it was West Lafayette's turn for the spotlight. Coach David Wood seeing 9 of his seniors give the Barbarian gym crowd a final farewell. And let's go out there right now and start in the first quarter. Jeff's JT Gripe taps it away. Matt Hoon grabs it, scores with it. Broncos led by 1 at the end of the first. Second quarter, the Red Devils' Eric Ness fakes it, drives it on in, and hits. Devils up 4. Then it's Hoon again on the offensive. He'll drop the 3 from the corner to tie it at 26. Broncos down 2, though, at recess. Third quarter, more Broncos. Gripe ahead to Dustin Deno, who finishes. Jeff back up 3. But Westside's Andrew Ford was tough tonight. He had 20 points. That cuts Jeff's lead. The Red Devils down 44-40 after 3, but Jeff too much in the fourth. Brett Radigan the turnaround, and the Broncos party crashers tonight, 61-47.
As we started the second half, we went to a zone to try to change things up a little bit and did a nice job, got us ahead, but then they did an excellent job of attacking it. And we went back to man. Our kids really turned it up a notch, and I really thought our defense is what won the basketball game for us.
They executed their defense very well, and I don't think we executed our offense very well. We have been a very good offense against zones all year long, and tonight wasn't the case.
Well, usually we're talking about the West Lafayette with all their switching up of defenses. Tonight, Jeff comes out in the second half, puts the zone down, really does an excellent job, and then their defense really clamped down in the fourth quarter, allowing just 7 West Lafayette points in that final frame and 6 field goals in the second half, Rex. Tonight, that's just not going to get it done.
Yeah, you know, the Broncos, of course, are under 500, but as Dave Wood even said during the week, he's a former Jeff assistant, they do play an awfully strong schedule, and I know some of the area fans get tired of hearing this, but those NCC foes are tough, and that Jeff team has played Carmel and some of the other teams. They have beaten some and battled some pretty good teams and not got victories, so they were toughened up for that ball game. That's a big win for them.
Yeah, definitely. A great team effort by Jeff tonight. 5 players in double figures, led by J.T. Gripe with 12 points tonight.
When we come back, McCutcheon and Central Catholic look to close out senior night in style. You are under the power of the frenzy.
If you're afraid of the big city salesman going to pounce on you when you get your new car or truck, it won't happen at Hubbard GM Center. We'll treat you like a real person. You know me, I'm Dick Hubbard, the guy with the tiger, where we'll meet or beat any deal or give you the car. Come see us now and save like never before on the car truck of your dreams right here on Monticello, US 24 West.
Hold that tiger in Hubbard GM Center.
Drive-through guy here with big news. Big, big, big. It's the new taste of the McDonald's Big Extra Sandwich. I'm gonna go get one right now. Okay, buddy. You cover for me. Very handsome. The Big Extra is McDonald's largest beef patty with special seasoning seared right in and topped with the fresh lettuce and tomato taste that you love. Make it a medium meal for just $2.99. Where can you get the Big Extra? Did somebody say McDonald's? Okay. Who's the smart guy?
Reveals 5 secrets to instant Cosmo cleavage.
Unbelievable. Okay, what did she do? You went from an A to a B. I'd say B+ right there.
Glamour or don't, caught on tape. Roll video.
Look at that pashmina sticking out of that coat. It's just useless.
This just in, miraculous underwear makeovers.
That is a good tip.
Top experts tell it all. Next Oprah.
Monday at 4 on TV 18.
Well, time to head to the southern part of Tippecanoe County, where the McCutcheon Mavericks were looking to close out their regular season in victorious fashion, hosting the Westfield Shamrocks. Let's take a look at it as dueling drummers pounding away at McCutcheon tonight. Shamrock J.R. Knight ties the score at 2 with this drive to the bucket. Then Knight from deep in the corner, nailing the triple. Knight again, but he can't connect, so A.D. Mendoza cleans up and scores. Long pass to J.R. Knight, who puts up the easy deuce. 12-2 Shamrocks in the early going. Mavs finally get it going on this pick by Doug McCarty. Starts the comeback with a bucket in the bonus. Clayton Richard puts it off the glass for 2+1. Mavs finally get things going, and they win it 54-48. Out to Central Catholic, Chad Dunwoody trying to get something going. His Knights taking on Attica 27-26 at the half. Ramblers strike first in the layup by Dave Gaylor. Eric Anthrop will miss the short jumper, but Richard Gilbert is there with the follow. Aaron Schmidt will launch the long-range jumper, nailing the triple off the bank. Big Josh Smith with the nice move on Trudeau. Goes up strong, puts Attica up 36-29. Tyler Best down low, puts it up and in for the hoop and the harm. And we're tied at 37. Best with the board spins, puts it off the glass for 2 while bodies fly everywhere. And I think you know who won, but CC puts the free throws down the stretch to hold off Attica 53-50.
Frankfurt at Harrison tonight before the game. Harrison's Dr. Robert Hanneman, the team doctor honored for 25 years of service, inducted into the Harrison Hall of Fame tonight. Quite an honor. Let's get to the game. First quarter, Raiders Ryan Miatke to Kirk Newman, all the way over to David Gasvoda for 3. Harrison up 3-0. Then it was more Raiders. Kirk Newman to Dylan Leonard, back to Newman for another 3-ball. That put the Raiders up 6-0. That's the Raiders' Kyle Rhodes. He's going to throw it away to the hot dog Dustin Ruiz, who takes it in for the layup. And it was 18-11, still Frankfurt. But in the second quarter, Ruiz to Brandon Crone for 2 points. Harrison holds on tonight, 62-55. Rossville at Benton Central, fourth quarter. Rossville's Mickey McGill to Blair Stevens to Troy Roberson underneath. He will score the bucket and get the foul, 73-64 BC. And BC's Tyler Scherer here inside to Jay Dawson. Then it's to Blake Schoen, and he'll score with it. BC still up, 75-66. BC with it again. McGill knocks it loose, though. Roberson recovers, passes to Brock Graves for 2. That cut the lead to 7, but the Bison hold on, 81-72.
A barn burner up in Mona. Knocks at North White. Sean Murphy spins around Scott Ritchie, goes straight down the lane, gets the deuce, and North White up 41-37. Shane Bilyeu drives the baseline off one leg. hits the soft jumper. North White up 43-39. Brandon Webb has 2 of his 48 in the game with this jumper from the paint. 46-41 at this point. North White knocks on a run with his backdoor to Bob Binkley for an easy 2. North White leads 48-45. The third, Scott Ritchie, a little head fake, finds nothing but net here. North White 56-49. And Drew Davis with a steal and lay-in as Knox wins this one in triple overtime, 102-95. Tri-County at Frontier. Brock Nichols gets the bucket, and Frontier up 39-22. Travis Hensler squares up, buries the 3. Frontier a 39-25 leader. The give and go, Adam Leahy scores on the drive. 6-point Frontier lead here, surrounded by 3 defenders. Joey Worley works it up and over all of them. Frontier back up by 13. The fast break, the layup for George Ritchie. And Frontier goes on to win this one 73-59. Matt Green tonight with 20 as Twin Lakes beat Carroll. Covington got 29 from Drew Switzer and beat Clinton Prairie. Chad Furnow with 24. Crawfordsville a winner over Seeger. It was Zionsville knocking off North Montgomery, and Southmont defeats South Putnam. Also, South Newton beat North Newton 45-38. Jason Bertram with 14 for South. Pioneer topped Eastern 68-63. That's it in sports. Paul and the Prangaroo, back to you.
Another fabulous Friday Night Frenzy. Thanks, guys.
Yes.
Mike, an even better 18-hour forecast.
A fabulous 18-hour forecast. In fact, as we get right down to it, a chilly start tomorrow, 24, but look at all the sunshine tomorrow. 51 at noon, 50.
Games at local sites. At McCutcheon, the Mavericks played Brownsburg for the 3rd time this season. Pick it up first quarter. McCutcheon takes the early lead. Matt Hyder finds sophomore Avery Sheets, who hits the 3. Hit 14 on the night. McCutcheon up 13-2. We fast forward to the end of the half. Brownsburg turning it up a notch. Seniors Chad Brown and Brett Gerard work the zone for 2. They go to the half down 1, 26-25 Mavericks. Second half stays close. Jimmy Stabler underneath for 2. And then McCutcheon quickly down the floor. Craig Harrell will answer back, keeping the game close. They go into overtime, tied at 50. McCutcheon up 1. 3.2 seconds to go in the OT. Gerard finds senior Todd Patterson. He'll take it inside, lays it in. Brownsburg wins at the buzzer 55-54. The other local side in the Jeff Sectional on opening night was at Avon, where the Orioles hosted Harrison. And the Raiders in a deep hole early. Down low, David Beat gets the layup plus the foul. He had 16, but Harrison down 28-13 in the second. Closing seconds of the first half. Scott Stram hits the 3. He had 19. The Orioles lead 35-14 at the half. Harrison opens the third quarter, though, with a 10-5 run. Dylan Leonard hits for 2 of his 10. The Raiders trail 40-24. Avon would answer with 7 straight, though, as Josh Law scores with ease. The Orioles in control, up 21 after 3. In the fourth, Kirk Newman drills 3 of his 14 points, but Harrison falls 64-50.
Same kind of thing that's plagued us in our losses this year is the fact that we didn't have good mental concentration, both offensively and defensively. We were playing okay in the first 5-6 minutes of the game, and then didn't establish post play or lost track of post play, and then lost track of a couple of shooters when we'd spent a week on them.
At the Frankfort sectional, the Hot Dogs opened the tournament against Hamilton Heights. And we take you out to the big gym. Frankfort up 4 at the half. Third quarter, Brandon Crone, the deflection. Craig Carter pushes to Dustin Ruiz for the hoop and the foul. Hot Dogs up 6 after 3. Hamilton Heights regains the lead in the fourth. Brad LaPaz bucket puts the Huskies up 3 with 2 minutes left. 30 seconds to go. Carter passes inside to Crone, misses but puts it back and gets the foul. It knots the game at 40. Hot Dogs go up 1 on Crone's free throw. The Huskies come up short with a second to go. Frankfort a 41-40 winner. In Game 2, the Red Sox for West Lafayette against Benton Central, the Bison. Up 6-0 in the first, but Westside's Andrew Ford caps a 16-0 run. In your delicate knees. Red Devils up 9 after 1. More Devils in the second. Kyle playing their second in a...
Hi, I'm Barb Beard.
The challenge to succeed.
The thrill of meeting your goal.
But sometimes setbacks do occur, and it's good to know there's someone close at hand to put you back in your game. That person is Dr. Robert Hagan, a specialist in sports medicine, a professional you can count on. Lafayette Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic, across from Home Hospital, Lafayette.
You gotta go away, you gotta go do what you want.
Friday Night Frenzy, sponsored by Lafayette Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic, Kendrick Buick Cadillac Nissan, and by Smith Office Plus.
Welcome to our final Friday Night Frenzy of the season.
We have highlights from 9 games, including the big clash in Frankfort between the Hot Dogs and West Side Red Devils. But we begin with Gene Katie's Boilermakers in the Big Ten tourney, Rex.
Well, for the Boilermakers and Badgers, it's the rubber match. Each team won the regular season matchup on their home floor. Tonight's third matchup takes place on the neutral floor of Chicago's United Center. We've got first half highlights of this late game. The Badgers come out shooting. Dwayne nails a long three. Wisconsin leads 10-4. Mike Kelly heads inside. He'll get the layup. And the Badgers go in front 14-4. Gene Katie the quick timeout. Purdue would rally. Mike Robinson scores inside. Boilermakers pull within 6. Then Cunningham turns and nails the three. Purdue within 3, 19-16. But Kelly would answer with a 3 of his own. It's a 6-point game. And then Vershaw, right side, hits the runner. 34-24 Wisconsin at the half. It's now 36-26, 2 minutes into the second half. Earlier today, Illinois knocking off the Indiana Hoosiers on that last-second shot by Corey Bradford. Penn State rallied to beat Ohio State. And, of course, Michigan State, the one team that wasn't upset today, they knock off Iowa. And so a kind of a topsy-turvy Big Ten tournament so far.
Yeah, definitely. You see today with some of the upsets and that anything can happen. And should Purdue win tomorrow night, I guess, facing that Michigan State game, that'll be an interesting one. The rubber match in that one, too.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course, lots of good high school stuff tonight.
Definitely. And let's move to high school hoops now. Jeff was treated to some home cooking in their sectional tonight, playing at Crawley Center against struggling Logansport. Let's go out there right now, pick it up in the first quarter. Logan's Michael Bowditch to Eric Lambert, but Jeff's Tyler Reich picks up the loose ball, runs it in for the deuce and the foul. Jeff up 22-7. Second quarter now, Logan's Brandon Ritchie to Lambert to Joe Ness for the three-pointer. Logan was within 8. Third quarter now, Jeff's Dustin Deno to JT Gripe for the 3 ball. That put Jeff up 45-25. And in the fourth, Bowditch shoots the 3 and misses. Matt Trebet rebounds, scores it. But Jeff still up big. But Percy Driver driving into the basket here for the bucket and the score. Jeff, a big winner tonight, 74-46 over Logansport.
And so Avon will come back calling as they knock off Brownsburg in the opening game of the night, 75-70. Jeff and Avon in the championship ball game tomorrow night at the Crawley Center. When we come back, we'll see if Central Catholic and West Lafayette have reached championship Saturday. Stay with us on the Frenzy.
On to Clinton County with West Lafayette and Frankfort meeting tonight at Case Arena for this sectional matchup. Let's turn back the clock to December when the Red Devils beat up on the Hot Dogs by 16 at this very same location. And tonight, they'll have at it again. A minute to go in regulation. Derek Thompson picks up the loose ball to Craig Carter for a 51-49 lead. West Lafayette ties it, though, with 2 free throws. We head to the first overtime. West side with it. That's Eric Ness, the 3. That puts the Devils up 5. But it's Carter again here, the jumper. That ties it again. And we've got a second overtime. Then it's Frankfort's Brandon Crone working inside. That ties it at 65. We go to a third OT, but Ness has the answer. Another 3. West Lafayette wins a marathon, 79-72.
Plays, we had some big plays. It was a lot of fun out there. This is the longest game we've ever been a part of, and it means something special, especially in the tournament. You know, 2 really good teams going at it, and I mean, nobody left anything out there. And we're gonna have to pull together for tomorrow night, but that was just a great game.
It's a very exhausting win, but we live to play again, and that's at this point in the season, that's really what matters. And strange as it may seem, I think I didn't have my team ready to play tonight, and Marty absolutely did.
To the nightcap now, Western and Twin Lakes. Indians working early. Josh Long, the no-look to Matt Green. That cuts Western's lead to 3. Then it's Long again. Jesse Miller flashes inside and scores. Twin Lakes was within a point. Western, though, comes back before the halftime horn. Adam Faust drains the 3 here. Panthers up 30-27. And in the third, Western dials it up again from long distance. This time, Josh Nelson connects, and the Panthers go on to win 81-68. So that sets up the matchup tomorrow night. Western and West Lafayette. And actually for Frankfort tonight, Craig Carter finished with 33 points. It just seemed like they had an answer for everything. He just converted like crazy down the stretch, especially in the overtime periods. But for West Lafayette tonight, Andrew Ford led the way with 22. Eric Ness had 20. And Itugo Nwaka finished with 20 as well. 62 of West Lafayette's 79 points tonight. Really the trifecta right there for West Lafayette.
It's easy for you to say.
Yeah.
I like it when you say that name. Staying in Clinton County, we make the short drive to the Clinton Central Sectional, where Central Catholic battled Indianapolis Park Tudor. Let's head out, and Coach Dunwoody sweating it out as Park Tudor has the 1-point lead. Freshman Christoph Kendrick not afraid to take the 3. Here sinks it, putting CC up 42-40. Ryan Tolbert here with a shot fake. Drives the baseline, scores 2+1. He finished with 13. Eric Anthrop finds Russell Trudeau down low. He scores 2 of his 12. Whitney Clancy will drive the lane, get fouled by Richard Gilman, scoring the bucket. Then tied at 49, 5 seconds to go. Gilman fires. Good. CC wins at the buzzer, 52-49.
I come off a double screen, and I looked for my shot, and that's how it ended up. I was a little far out, but I didn't realize that. And as soon as I shot, I knew it was in.
We ran that play to either get Tyler Best isolated on the block or to get Richard Gilman open. I just had a feeling about Richard Gilman, and, you know, boy, kids executed a perfect set, great screens, and Richard stepped up and knocked it down like a senior should.
We go to the second game. Coach Kent Cheesham's Gophers down 13-5 to Ritter at the half. CP's Ryan Nance will fire the long ball, knocks down the tray. Nance again, this time nailing the triple at the buzzer to cut Ritter's lead to 15-11. Ritter on the break. 5'10" Rodney Burns will get the easy layup. John Serber then puts CP up by a point on this fadeaway jumper. But Clinton Prairie's deadly three-point shooting keeps them going. Prairie goes on to win 66-57.
To Tri-County now, Pioneer and South Newton tonight. Pioneer fans and their mascot getting ready for the second half. The Panthers come out strong as Joe DeBoer steals the pass, goes in for the layup. Then it's South Newton's Josh Turnpaw. He'll answer with the short baseline jumper. Then DeBoer again penetrating, finds Kent Berry, goes up strong for the layup, and it's good. And the Rebels Turnpaw drains the deep 3 to increase their lead. And then South Newton seals the game as Charlie Mulligan rebounds the miss and puts it in. South Newton wins it 64-59. Game 2, West Central and Caston. The Comets' Tim Boyer pulling up for the 15-footer here. That puts Caston up early, but West Central's Clay Finnegan gives the ball fake, drives baseline for the bucket. Then it's the Comets' Scott Boldry. He'll drive a baseline and convert over 3 defenders for the deuce. And the Trojans' Scott Owens here gets the shot blocked, but Clay Finnegan is there for the rebound and the putback. Boldry has a nose for the ball as he rebounds and gets the putback. And Caston, a 4-point winner tonight over West Central.
At Fountain Central, the Mustangs in North Montgomery March Madness down in Fountain County, I should say. North Montgomery's Jason Sulik battles down low, but gets the bucket and the foul. 38-30 North Montgomery. After a scramble, Travis Brown finds Kevin Menig for the touch off the glass. It's 38-32 Chargers. FC's Travis Brown squares up top of the key, drills the 2, 40-37 Northmont. Alex Blue hits Josh Bronow, and he hits the 3. 13 seconds to go. Jason Reese tries to tie, but it falls short. Fountain Central would hold on to win in action tonight at Fountain Central. And Western Boone also a winner tonight over Sheridan. At the Tipton sectional, it was Taylor victorious over Northwestern. Never got a call from the Carroll-Tipton matchup. Also in the Lebanon sectional, it was Danville knocking off Crawfordsville, and Westfield defeats Southmont. Also tonight at Winnemac, Knox eliminates North White 68-57, and Rensselaer top North Judson 66-43. At Anderson, Marion beat Kokomo 66-56. That's it in sports. He's George. I'm Rex. Good season for
Dietrich and the Devils and all those good guys from the West Side bring home the hardware from Frankfort. We'll find out next. Over Frankfort on Friday, the West Lafayette boys basketball team returned to action against Western in the championship of the Frankfort sectional. Coach Dave Wood hoped his Red Devils had enough fire to skin the Panthers out the Case Arena, where the Western folks are all wound up. Seconds before the first horn, Western's Adam Faust, off the bank, the window. It's a three. They're down by one. Second quarter, Danny Freeman of the Devils knocks home the J. Westside up by 5 at halftime. Third quarter, Andrew Ford getting giddy behind the line. 4 of 5 for him from behind the three-point line. He had 20. Westside up by 16 at this point. Fourth quarter, all West Lafayette. Itugo, Nawaka, and the foul. He had 12. They're up 18. West Lafayette wins big, 69-52. Coach Wood said his team had no trouble getting up for this one.
But I thought our guys were very energized. I thought we had a lot of energy. I thought we had a lot of intensity. I thought defensively we did an outstanding job, and Mike McCormick and Matt McNulty, particularly on Faust, were just outstanding.
We watched them play Twin Lakes last night, and they had the same height advantage, rebound advantage, but they didn't D up Western. They didn't give them enough respect, and we knew these guys are tough and they can really shoot. And we knew that we had to take advantage of our inside game, and our inside guys did a great job tonight.
Almost Kyle with the jam. Tri-County sectional, Caston and South Newton. Rebels up by 1 at the half. Second half, Jason Bertram gets the hoop here for South Newton, and they're up by 5. But Caston chips away. Eric Walsh, the 2 here over the defense, and then Walsh off the window and the foul. Three-point play, we're tied up. And then Craig to Walsh again. Walsh in the zone right here. But the Rebels come back. Josh Turnball with the lay-in. He had 14 for South Newton. Under a minute to go. Yes, it's Walsh again for the Comets. Look at the drive and the shot. He had 18 points, and the Comets never trail again. They win at Tri-County, the final 40-37. And at Winnemac, it was Knox over Rensselaer by 16. Snow postponed the boys basketball sectional championships at Jeff, Fountain Central, North Vermilion, and Clinton Central. These contests have been rescheduled for Monday at 7 o'clock. Well, the Big Ten tournament is down to the final game.
As King was rushed to the hospital, police tracked down his wife of 28 years.
Tabitha, this must have been obviously horrific for you to get this news.
The phone call I got was the meet the policeman phone call. And I did not understand for some time the extent of his injury.
Beginning with West Lafayette battling Tippecanoe Valley in Class 3A. And we pick it up in the first quarter. Anthony Domenico finds a hole, drives in for 2. Tippecanoe Valley takes the early 10-6 advantage. Second quarter, West Lafayette's Eric Ness tries for the 3. It's long, but Andrew Ford is there to clean up. He led Westside scoring with 10 hoops in the contest, 15-10 TV at this point. Fourth quarter, both teams still trading blows. Valley's Craig Kuhn tries for 2, misses. He'll try again, sinks it and draws the foul. TV up 36-33. 8 seconds to go. Westside down by 7. They get the shot at the buzzer, but it isn't enough. Tippecanoe Valley will win it 47-43, ending West Lafayette's season.
Shots that we had to make in the second half that didn't go down for us to get us even or to get us over the hump, and we just didn't get them to go down.
In the 4A Regional, Jeff's Crawley Center, the Broncos battled number 2 Marion, coming in with that 24-1 record. Big crowd on hand for this one. First quarter, Jeff out to the good start. Dustin Deno gets to Jason Giles. It's good. Jeff led after 1, 19-16. In the second, Marion's back in control, though. They fast break, and Isaac McClung finishes for the Giants. They're up by 6. Marion extending their lead when Josh Peters connects from beyond the arc. The Broncos found themselves down 9 at the half. But Jeff hanging around in the third. JT Gripe takes it on in himself. Gripe finished with a team high 13. Broncos within 10. Then in the fourth, it's Brett Radigan's turn. He'll convert underneath. He finishes 9 with the Jeff Cause, but Marion slams the door with senior Zach Randolph's slam. Randolph a game-high 28. The Giants move on 75-52.
Well, we had a great start to the game. We come out and we're very aggressive at both ends of the floor and hit some shots. And, I think our aggressiveness really played a big part of it, and they got to a great start. Second quarter, I think they just tightened down the defense, got a little more aggressive themselves, and made it very difficult for us to score.
And in the Class A Regional Central Catholic, the 4th-ranked Knights hosted Caston, and both coaches barking out orders in a very close game. Eric Walsh will go around Russ Trudeau and slam into Eric Anthrop. No call here, just like the Big Ten. Puts in the shot, ties the game at 30. Tyler Best with a nice move down low, puts it up and under. And Eric Anthrop picks up the loose ball, goes strong to the bucket, sinking the shot for 2 more. Best can't get back on the baseball pass to Aaron Wilson, who spins, fakes, and puts in 2 of his 14. Hey, and ref, could you get out of the way? Christoph Kendrick from the corner launches the long ball, 39-34 CC. Eric Walsh will score 2 of his 17, get the bonus, and put Caston up by 2, 47-45. Tyler Best comes right back, scoring 2 of his 16 to tie it, and Russ Trudeau will put CC up for good. CC wins by 6.
When it comes down to crunch time, we're getting the ball in the hands of the people who need to have it, and they're executing what we run. You know, and again, I think it's great to have some close games. I mean, obviously, as a coach, you want it to be a blowout so you don't have to worry about it. But in the end, when you go into a state championship, you're playing against the best of the best. You're going to have some close games, so it doesn't hurt to be in close ball games.
First, let me say, CC will play Southern Wells at Kokomo Saturday. In Game 1, Southern Wells beat Bethany Christian 38-37. Also in Class A this evening, the White River Valley Regional Duggar over Attica. Dave Gaylor led Attica with 23 points. The Purdue men are in Tucson getting ready to battle Dayton in the NCAA Tournament's West Regional. Clayton Duffy is with the team and has our report.
Dayton caught everyone's attention in November with victories over New Mexico and Kentucky. Players boast a 22-8 record, but the high mark can't offset their glaring weakness, lack of tourney experience. Thursday's tilt with the Boilers will be the program's first dance step since 1990.
We're so excited to be into the tournament. You know, can be kind of to our advantage too, just because we're the team with nothing to lose. You know, and I think the team with nothing to lose is pretty dangerous.
Now, Purdue is tournament tested. This is the program's 8th straight trip to the big dance and 4th in a row for the seniors.
Brian and Chad, Mike, Jerron have been in a lot of NCAA games, so they know that when it's one and done, you better be able to play the best basketball of your career or you're gone.
Dayton guard Tony Stanley is a big concern, as is center Mark Ashman. Both come in averaging 13 points a contest. But the Boilers realize priority number 1 is coming to the McHale Center ready to play.
We have to come out and play hard from the start instead of getting down and letting them control the tempo and us try to fight back.
We all have good attitudes coming into this game, and we're looking at it from the standpoint that we want to play as hard as we can, because it might be our last game, but hopefully if we have anything to do with that, hopefully we can keep on playing.
Purdue looks to snap a 2-game losing streak and to begin their quest for their 3rd straight Sweet 16 appearance. The game tips off on Thursday at 3:02 p.m. Lafayette time. Of course, you can see it all right here on TV 18. With the Boilers in Tucson, Clayton Duffy, TV 18 Sports.
Lifesavers pineapple flavor is